Hello everyone, this is Zeke777 and welcome to episode 13 of my Simple Magic 2 series. You can see behind me here, we have exactly on the money 4096 obsidian. I love when the system actually works. The cobblestone is in progress here. We're still at about 3,000, so that's working its way up. And I made a couple little tweaks here. Honestly, not actually to the system there, but I did manage to speed it up. One of the things I noticed was with the open crate here, when I had my half slab here, like the other section there, what it was actually doing is putting power to the open crate. Now, if you put a redstone signal on open crate, what it does is makes it so that certain flowers, such as the Rancarpus, will wait 10 seconds before acting upon anything. Anything that it drops. Which basically meant that every single one of these was taking 10 seconds before it would actually get picked up by the Rancarpus and placed into the ritual here. Yeah, so I bumped this up here, and then it was still doing that, and then I realized that I should probably break this block, because since it was getting power from above, it had power, which was then indirectly powering the open crate, so it's still doing it. It's a mess here. I want to clean this up. I'm not quite sure how I want to clean this up yet, but I'll work on it. In the meantime, as you can see, this is quite a bit faster than it was a little bit ago. Yeah, every couple seconds here instead of 10 seconds of it just sitting on there waiting. That should work pretty nicely. I've got 47 or 476 gravel. Let's fly up here and see how our sand's doing. 195. Is that fine? Yeah, so the gravel is still going to be working. It's going to keep making the cobblestone. That's going to keep pulling the cobblestone, making gravel. Once that's at, I think 524 is where I have this. Yeah, 4096, 2048, 1024, and 512. So that should be almost done. It's still going to go through 2 more stacks of cobblestone here. But I think that'll work out fine. 46, yeah, okay. So, I'm going to go run upstairs here, get some materials, and then we will start on our actual episode. Just wanted to give the quick update on how the system's going. I'm here in a creative test world. Just kind of copying out a design from Mumbo, who's a YouTuber. He's a hermit crafter. So it's kind of a bit of vanilla automation mixed with modded automation. So what it is it's a super smelter. It's the top part here is kind of a round robin distribution system. And the way it works is this chest here has 8 stacks of cobblestone in it. So we can place it on this section here. So this will be my input chest. And the way it works is it'll distribute, it'll keep pulling out the cobblestone here, go all the way across, and when it hits this last hopper here, it'll emit a redstone signal. What that does is it will then turn off the redstone that is stopping these guys from dropping their item. What it basically then does is it fills up the entire system all at once. You can see the cobblestone there appearing and disappearing. And it actually is timed out pretty much perfectly. I've got 8 of them here. And by the time it smelts one, the next one pops right in. Then this bottom row is simply pulling the cooked part of that and putting it into these side chests. I had to split it down the middle here because these, with the upgrades I have here, the hoppers can't keep up. The way I have it set up here with the mana batteries, since each of these has all 3 types of power, it basically will then double my cobblestone into smooth stone. It kind of backs up here a little bit, but I think that's okay. Another option I could do once I get into my actual world here is instead of using hoppers and output chests, what I could do is just put an output routing node on an input routing node rather, on each of these and just pull it out that way. I might do that just so I don't have any issues with this. It does produce a lot of Ventium, and that means that my Ventium is not coming out of my system here, especially if this is just working constantly, which it will for a while. Yeah, so the Ventium is a net positive here. I smelted up before the 8 stacks, and I got my 16 stacks, minus 1 because I was breaking hoppers and moving them. And I get 2 stacks of Ventium and an extra Ventium, which is more than enough to make up all the neutral essence here. These should be linking, I'm not sure why it's not, but okay. Oh, right, I would have to put a redstone signal the way I had these set up. Yeah, so it's kind of, hits this last one here, pulses the comparator here, which puts a redstone signal to the smooth sandstone here. I don't know Okay, yes, this one flickers just barely. You can see it for power of 1. That flickers this part here, which goes in this, which basically just extends my pulse. It makes it so that I don't have items that get stuck in these hoppers. For instance, if I had just 7 items, it would go all the way across, drop it down, but then since I don't have another pulse coming through, it's not going to drop this last item, which would kind of back up the whole system and make it not work, especially if I have multiple types of items. Similarly, this side here checks to make sure, hey, do I have any items coming in? In that case, let my hoppers drop whatever they have, so it'll again not get backed up if there's nothing left to be smelted. So, I'm going to go ahead and try to figure out where I want to put this. It's 13 blocks long by 3 wide by 4 or 5 tall if you count that one. So let me figure out a space for this, and I'll be back to you in the real world. So we're just finishing crafting up some of the ingredients we'll be needing. Obviously I need a lot of hoppers for this. I didn't actually count how many I needed, but I figure a stack is probably good. So let's go ahead and go downstairs. Mapped out this little area over here. It's just 3 by 13. Now I gotta lay things out. So let's go ahead and start by, let's see. I'm gonna have this row here be where my actual calefactors are, which I just realized I didn't actually craft yet. So let's go ahead and place down, for now we're just gonna do similar design to before. Chest here, and a chest, well, let's see. Let me do it this way instead. I need hopper, 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 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and chest. And actually, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go look at my at that video again. This isn't actually supposed to be all the way over to the side, so let me figure out where the center is on this thing. I'll be right back. There we go. Just need to shift it over a little bit. So we have our output line along here. We've got 4 hoppers going one way, 4 hoppers going the other direction. So let's go ahead and grab the calefactors and toss these on top. I could actually, I guess, have them tilted sideways. That looks kind of cool. Although, yeah, I'm going to tilt them all sideways. Just might as well. It's kind of a, these are angular. You can tilt them whichever direction you want. I'll do it that way, then I can see what's actually being smelted. Grab you, and let's grab the 4 out of here. And I will need a block behind here in order to actually do that. Yep. 8. This way. What? Lane, they must have changed it. You used to be able to place it sideways. Oh well. Either that or maybe it just needs updated visually again. So let's break these. There we go. I just broke something. It's a problem with the range dig. Let's place this back on here. Cool. So we have our calefactors. Next up, we need hoppers on top of these feeding them. So these just feed straight along. There we go. Then I need random block here. Doesn't really matter what, because I'm going to break it later. Actually, I'm going to break it and then replace it. 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, and then 1, 2. I think that's right. Yeah, good enough. Yeah, 2. Okay, so that is feeding everything in there. So let's break you, and let's replace you with kind of just using this as a general building block. I'll probably figure out a different block that I want for this. Now let's see. I need a comparator coming out of that. Let's have a Ethereum conduits here for Ars Magic for the power over here, since it doesn't reach from that angle. But again, they're still invisible in the inventory. A little annoying, but whatever. So comparator here, and let's see. Let me grab all the parts I'm going to need. So I need a block that the comparator feeds into. Then I've got a block under that with redstone dust. Got a block here with a repeater. And another block here with another repeater. This one's set up. I want, there we go. Now let's see, I need another block there, another block here. This one, wait a minute, this one. Kind of doing this from memory. This one needs a redstone. And I need another block here. Don't really need that block, but why not? Block here with a redstone on top. And then I can't remember. Let's see. Break you. I don't think I need you anymore. I do need a line of blocks along here. This will turn off those hoppers. Let me put my flight back on here. Load redstone along the top here. Let's see. Oh, yeah, right. Let's place you. This goes here to light those up. Oh, just fell. So that will currently prevent any items from moving anywhere. Actually, I think they go all the way to the end and then just drop down. So that goes there. We have, this block doesn't get used. This block gets a comparator out of it. So that checks whether or not I have items feeding into the system. And actually, I might want to do this backwards because I don't have any room here. Yeah, I'm going to have to move this whole thing around backwards, which I think is just basically reversing the hoppers and breaking all this stuff. I'm going to run it backwards because I need a lot of room on top of this to be able to set up my sorting, to be able to make sure that I have, kind of like with the settings I had over there for feeding only certain items at a time. I've got my crystal cubes here to make sure I have stone and glass and all that stuff. So let me go ahead and move this all around backwards, and I'll be right back. And we're back to where we were before, but now it's reversed. So let's fly back up here. I have the redstone coming here. Let's place this redstone torch to light these all up again. And back to over here. Comparator coming out of this hopper, so it will light up if there's an item. I turn it to subtractor mode. There we go. It's comparator mode. That goes to block. Let's see. Let me do this backwards. Trying to do everything from memory doesn't always work. I need a line down here. So this is where my signal from here is going to come from. So let's see if I can remember how that goes. But I know I have a block here and a repeater coming out of that block. So it's probably redstone there. I think that would work. Yeah, I think that works. Well, let's see. If I toss a couple stone in here, does that light up? No, it doesn't. Or I'll figure it out later. Line of redstone along here, which then goes to, I need to be able to power this block here. So if we place block there and a redstone torch on top of that, it will then power that. I think. Probably not. Doing everything from memory. Let me be right back. I'm going to kind of review how I did that before, and then I'll be right back. So close. I was off by one block. Place it here, in line with this, and redstone torch here, which will light up the dust above it, which will then turn off our torch here. So that should work. I had to place a block next to the comparator for it to feed into, which is then lighting up the redstone below it. Should be. Let's find out if I toss an item in there. I'll toss a couple items in here so I can actually see it. Yeah, power 1. So that is then should be feeding through here nicely. Let's take all of our items out of this, which is probably going to take a little bit. Any items there? Items there? No? Okay, so these should all have items in them right now. Let's take that out. 4. And there we go. So these should all be empty. Yeah, that's all empty. Okay, I think we're actually all set up. I don't have anything to smelt on me, do I? Let me double check my various backpack things. Nothing to smelt in there. Nothing to smelt in there. So let's run upstairs and grab a stack of cobblestone. Got plenty of it at the moment. 4,096 to be exact. Actually, I think it's a little over right now. Okay, yeah, so we can definitely use a bit of stone. So let's grab, was that 3 stacks? 4 stacks. That'll divide nicely. I still don't have any power going here yet. I need to lay the conduits on the roof there. So let's go ahead and toss 4 stacks. That should start depositing them in here. Anywhere in it. There we go. Cobblestone. So that should be all distributing nicely. Let's go ahead and grab our essence conduits and flight. So let's see, every 10 blocks, might as well do it kind of in line with this. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is this one here? 9, 10. Wait, whatever, close enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that's probably not. Actually, that might be close enough to feed all of them. Let's find out. Let me grab my wand, which is in this chest if I recall. If I can find it, there we go. Crystal wrench. And let's start with there we go, light Ethereum. So let's fly over here and see if we can link up to this last one. Do you link? Pairing successful. Awesome. Cool. I'm going to link these ahead. I'm going to go ahead and link these all, and I'll be right back. Alrighty. So I went ahead, linked them all up. They're actually draining a little bit right now because I am using them. I did put in some basalt back here. I don't really like the black on black on black. You can't really see anything that's going on. So I'm going to see if this polished vengeful stone looks any good. I went ahead and threw just 2 stacks in there, and this being anything that smelts, it's going to double. I threw 2 stacks in, and I'm getting, well, I'll have 2 stacks just from this side, which is, of course, you know, only half of them. So, awesome. Like I said, I've got the conduits up there, I've got the batteries over there are able to reach, everything is all powered. I also threw in some input routing nodes here. So if we equip this, instead of having 2 beams going up, I just linked them together to each other, and then up to my input line. So anything that gets smelted will get sent back to storage if there's space. Right now there's not space for this, so it's just staying in here. Then the Ventium, of course, will still be pulled back up. Yeah, basically it's all set up as far as functionality of the smelting itself. But I want to automate things. So the next thing I want to do is be able to figure out, basically I need to get Corporea to reach over here. So that's kind of a pain because, like I said, the oak chest, or the range on this is only, I think, 10 blocks. I actually might check that and make sure. It may be 20. If it's 20, then it can save these. First, let's place these down and see if we like it. There we go. How does that look? I don't know. Give me your thoughts on this. I don't really want to use this everywhere. It's kind of nice for like little borders because of the pattern in it, but I don't want to use it as like solid anything. I just kind of needed a block here. I think I will kind of make this be basically a big wall against here, so it's just kind of a big flat structure here that you can walk up to and look at. Ideally, I wouldn't ever have to actually come down here once I have everything automated, but in the meantime, it's kind of can be, I'll be visiting it, drop items in here, and things get smelted up real quick. Anyway, let's go ahead and get the materials we need for the Corporea. So if you right click on the Corporea Sparks, you can see the path that it links everything through here. So like that links all the way over there. That apparently links somewhere upstairs there. Not sure where you're going. Huh, there's something linking up there. Not sure what, but let's see if we can figure out what the range on this is. So I'm going to place one, I guess down here, should be within range of something. Place a spark on top. Right click you. Yeah, so that's pairing at least to those guys. So, should have done it there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I know it'll go 10. Let's see if it'll go 11. That's in line, so it should be exactly 11. Place you on top. Right click you. Anything? Nope. Okay, if I place one here, Corporea Spark on top of you. Let's break you. Should right click? Yeah, okay. So you should be linking. They're just not doing the visual thing again. Okay. Let's break that. Do I have my... Never have the tool I need on me. Open you up, grab my... I thought I threw my axe in here. Oh, it's right here. I'm blind. Okay. Break you, and let's toss this here. this should definitely be within range. Does this need to be function mode? Binding mode? Anything? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 blocks. You should be connecting. I'm gonna troubleshoot this. It's, I think, just visually not updating, and I'll be right back. So it seems that the magic number here is not in fact 10, like everything else I have. It is 8. So that's kind of annoying. I was hoping to be able to just use the same spacing as everything I have up here, which is 10 blocks. Guess I can't do that, so whatever. We can make this work anyway. I'll need to get a bit more corporeal sparks. I have, I think, the materials available for that. Let me grab my axe again before I lose it. So yeah, basically going to place these on the ceiling here. I'm going to place it down 1 block because if you have a block on top of the item, on top of the chest, what it ends up doing is it'll bump the corporeal spark above it, which is a little annoying. It's nice for if you want to have things kind of visible, if you want to have them accessible but hidden. At some point this will show being above, but yeah, at least it did in previous versions. So, oh well, that's fine. I'm just going to have it drop down by 1 and go every 8 blocks until I can get over to the smelter over there. Now for what I think is probably the hard part of this design. I need to figure out how to get items in here. Okay. My problem I have over there is I have things that are just stacking up in my input hopper. I don't know if I really have a way around that, at least not using hoppers. I could probably do it using the embers pipes. Let me see what that takes. At ember, I can spell ember. Yeah, these item pipes. It's actually not too bad. Lead ingots. I do need lead plates, which basically means I need to set up the whole embers line, which isn't ideal. You know what? That's fine. We're just gonna do it this way. We have hoppers here. Is that right? Yeah. Okay. So this hopper here is going to be kind of an input, which lets me have at least 3 things feeding into it. If I put a 4th, then it'll feed down here, and that can cause all sorts of problems. Am I happy with this? Not really. I'm still gonna get items stacked up. For now, it'll work because I'm only gonna be doing a couple items to begin with, which is cobblestone to stone, and then sand to glass. But if I want to add other things to this line, then that gets more complicated. Well, we'll build it like this, and we'll see what problems we run into. So let's go ahead and grab, not routing nodes, output routing nodes. I'll need these later. We'll place one here, here, and here. This guy here is going to be, I don't have my filters on me, of course, because as usual, don't have the items I need. So let's say this one's sand. So in order for that to work, we need our comparator signal, which, you know, I'm gonna be right back. I dropped off all parts that I need for this. I decided I'm gonna go with the pipes here. It'll let me be able to expand things a bit easier later on, and it's actually not too hard. So if I go to the item pipe, not the iron pipe, but the item pipe, it takes lead plate. Now this you can actually do with a tinker's hammer instead of running it through the stamping recipe like before. It is less efficient. It'll take 4 ingots per plate instead of, I think this it's like, yeah, 1. Definitely moving here later, but for now I don't need too many of these. The hammer itself is just ingots, yeah, easy enough. So, hammer. We are going to need, let's do 2 sets of plates here, or 2 sets of pipes, which should get me 16, is it? Yeah. There we go, 16 item pipes. We also want a item pump. This is a Caminite plate, which is raw Caminite, which is Caminite blend, which is clay and bone meal. So I only need 1 of these. So let's see. Bone meal. Let's get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like I said, only need one, so we're going to make lots of them. Clay. Clay is over here as well. If I can find it, here we go. Once again, I'm still manually requesting things. Not sure why I'm doing that. So let's go ahead, throw the clay in here, and the bone meal. Plain. Okay, and toss this together. Gets us the raw caminite plate. With any luck, this will get doubled, just because then I don't have to craft as many. So let's throw you in. That will come down here pretty quickly. Any second now. Good enough. Did that double? Got 5. Was 5 as many as made? Yeah, 5 is what I made. Darn. I was hoping for more. I need item pipes and redstone. I don't have any redstone on me, so let's run back upstairs. Jump up. And you know what? We're gonna probably want some regular redstone anyway, so let's get a stack. Stack redstone. Cool. Now let's get our item pump. Only need one of these for now. Probably need more later. And I also need a lever. Oh, I don't have any levers. Okay. Stick, cobblestone. Let's make a lever. Yep. There we go. Now, the reason I'm using the pipes here is because then I can move the system down further instead of having it up top here and being limited to 3 different items. Oh, that's where my other one went. There we go. Instead of being limited to just the 3 sets of hoppers there, I can put it down here. And since this is going to be turned into a stairway like over there, let's kind of map out those. Let's see. Yeah, so that's just right out of the wall. So here, here. I just want to map it out real quick so that I don't run into it when I'm building. You. Cool. So that's my height. I can't build any further above that. So let's go over here. Now I have 14 item pipes, so let's go ahead and run those into our hopper here. Let's go down here instead, actually. Break you. And, okay. Actually, you know what? Let's put you down a row just because it'll be a bit cleaner. Let's see. Just going to do regular dig instead of silk. At some point I will replace all of this. I don't really want the grass down here, but I don't know what block I want to use yet. And otherwise I'll just end up using the same blocks I'm using everywhere else. So place you. And you know what? Let's place our last hopper down here. Yeah, doesn't need to be a hopper. It's simply I want a small storage space is the important part there. Let's grab the item pump. Place it on here. Now I believe that just needs to sit there. Let's place a lever. Do I have anything to smelt in here? Can I smelt dirt? No. Nope, can't smelt you. Sometimes there's recipes for it. I never have anything I need to smelt. Let's grab a cobblestone. You. Cool. Let's run back real quick. Kind of running long. Well, running longer on the episode than I'd like to at the moment, because I would like to get this automation completely set up. Place you in here. Cobblestone's not going anywhere. Turn you off, maybe? Or do you have to be mounted directly on the pump? No, that didn't work. I wonder if that counts as a pipe. Currently harvestable. Let's do that with a pick. Okay, move the pump down here. Now you should work. Okay, turn you on. Yeah, there we go. Cobblestone went out. Go in here, get smelted probably before I even look at it. Yeah, it's already gone. Cool. Okay, so let's move this lever underneath here. I don't want the redstone from it affecting anything. Let's see if I can place it underneath here. Can I place you on ceilings? I can. Cool. So this should work to give us, we'll have a little bit of a backlog. Do you want this? Up one? I'm still running the same issue I had before, but only getting 3. Actually, I can get 4 here. Because I think it shouldn't draw out of this hopper. It is. Darn. Okay. So much for that idea. If we raise you up by 1, then it should work fine. 3. Okay. So, we've got this placed here. Now we need to put down our actual controls here. Which is going to be the corporea and basically everything I had set up over by the cobblestone converter. Okay, let's grab the comparators. You go and you. 1 per. Actually, be right back. I'm going to move this around a little bit. I'm just trying to save a little bit of time. Okay, change the routing the pipe just a little bit here. This way it's able to, you can actually disconnect these so it won't be interfering with my hopper. I could probably lower the whole thing, but then I have to worry about running the redstone wiring here on top of the piping, and I just don't want to deal with that. So, with this set up here, we've got our bookcases. So let's go ahead and place these, probably here is where I want them. Maybe here. No, because it'll drop it by 1 since I have this here. So that's going to be 11 going into it. That's not the same place. That should be good. So, now we simply need to place the items that we need into our little corporeal crystal cubes and set up the depositing system. So, well, yeah, I'll need routing nodes and output routing nodes. Output routing nodes. There we go. So, let's place you, and you. And down, I want to put in an item filter in each of these. That way, if I have an item filter in here with nothing, then it won't put anything into it when I link it up. That way I can have it all set up and not have to do routing later without actually having anything in these hoppers yet. Again, otherwise it'll just kind of throw the entire contents of my entire storage system into these hoppers, which isn't a great idea. So we've got these hooked up here. So let's go ahead and grab a sand. I do still need this, and I need my router, which I put away. I was trying to clear up my inventory, but always end up grabbing the things that I need. Don't need you, won't need you, don't need any more of you. Yeah. So let's go ahead and grab some sand and some cobblestone. That'll get us at least smooth stone going as well as glass. To this point we don't really need a whole lot of, but I like automation, so let's go ahead and get that set up. Okay, we have smooth stone in this one and glass over here. These will be, of course, telling my system whether or not I have enough. I don't remember what the exact number is here, but it's apparently less than 1184. So we now set the node here to put cobblestone, and we're gonna say, yeah, I guess we'll do a stack. Why not? Not like I'm limited on it anyway. And same over here, only with sand. Again, stack. Cool. So now we need to link these together, which actually is going to be a little bit difficult because I only have the one line going over here. Do I want it to go that far away? Doesn't really matter. We'll link you to this one. So my output from the system is this one. Let's turn on our flight. Come up here, grab that node location over here, and set it. Cool. Now we can link you to you, you to you, and you to you. And why not? Can I connect you? Cool. It's a nice little square. with that. This has got a stack. This one here has a stack. No cobblestone should be moving into the system, so we can kind of verify that real quick. Just sand is going through pretty quickly too. Now you should all be working. This is not how the system is supposed to work. I'm wondering if maybe putting these blocks behind here is messing up the redstone. It shouldn't. Oh, you know what it is? Because... Okay. Let's throw a little bit of a delay down here. That should keep that on a bit longer, which is when there's items in here. Because it's pulling them out pretty quickly, it's blinking on and off. So let's actually put a longer delay. That should keep you on a bit longer. Let's see if that's working now. It's kind of working. It's not ideal. I was kind of hoping that this guy would actually be able to transfer items faster than hoppers. But it looks like it can't. You're just filling up? No. Are you full now? Why are you not? It's not even showing up here. Let's throw this up here. That'll at least make it divide evenly. Yeah, there we go. I'll have to figure out this probably off camera. Problem, like I said, is that it's taking the items out faster than they're going in. So when it's not there for a split second, it basically is just going to cause everything to make a mess and not get sorted properly. Yeah, so that's all handled. We've got sand is going in, turning into glass. We should be approaching, it's probably 1024 is what it's going to come out to. You can see it's increasing really quickly, which is nice. I'm probably going to run into problems storing all that. I don't know if I have room for 1024. So let's run over here. Glass is in this spot here. Did I put? Oh, yeah, I put plenty in that. Okay. Awesome. Let's see. Let me see if I can think of anything else to put in the system for now. If not, I think that's probably a good place to wrap up the episode, but I'll be right back. Yeah, I can probably think of some other things to throw in here later on, but I think for now, like I said, this is probably a good wrapping up point. We've got automated smelting here. We now have essentially infinite glass. Should be probably turning on very shortly here. There we go. That's going to lock that. It's going to stop throwing in here, which of course has a bit of a backlog, but not as much as I was thinking. That's actually really good. I was worried there'd be a huge backlog and give me tons of sand. Yeah. So, like I said, we'll throw some other things in here as we go, but for now we don't have anything else we need to smelt constantly. But if you have any sort of feedback, positive or negative, I don't really like my coloring in here. I need to change all these blocks out, maybe design a nice little room for it. But yeah, if you have any suggestions of what would look good here, I'd love to hear it as well. Anyway, thank you for watching and have a lovely day. Thank you. Bye-bye.